I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Yes, of course you do.
Good afternoon, y'all. Refresh your browsers because today is, in fact, Monday, November 28, 2011, and you are listening to Room 3026 Live.
Look. Start over again.
This is episode 409. A 60-minute conversation ranging from technology to pop culture. And I'm your host, Damond Nollan. We are broadcasting live. Right here in Durham, North Carolina. It is lunch hour in the Onyx Tower.
It's egrubulicious.
Today, my co-hosts are Mr. Derek Brinson.
One day to be introduced properly as the world's funkiest man. Stay funky, my friends.
And Mr. Michael Render.
I doozy.
As always, we encourage listener participation. You can join the conversation by calling us via the telephone at 646-929-2689. Again, at 646-929-2689. You can also chat with us online if you have Skype or Google Voice, or you can chat with us in the chat window found at blogtalkradio.com/Damond Nollan. You can go there right now. It's a free website. You can chime right on in and hang out with us. I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Darren Tyler for providing our theme song. It is entitled Without You.
Boy, wonder.
Which reminds me that without you, we would not be where we are today. So thank you very much for what you do. We really do appreciate it. Let me turn to the chat room and say hi to those who are here with us right now. Let me say hi to Alan Tran, the man.
Hey, man.
We also got Dyslexic in America.
LL
is funky.
Okay.
We also got guest 17519 and a bunch of other guests going in and out. Welcome to the show, y'all. Now let me first of all welcome you guys back into the house. We as you know, we just got back from our Thanksgiving break. We kept it up, kept the party going this past Thursday and Friday, but we are back in the house right now, back in right here in the Onyx Tower. We are back, y'all. We're happy to be back at that.
Yeah, sure.
Mike and I were having a discussion earlier this morning, and we were saying, man, it's so good to be back.
Yeah.
It's good to be back at work, man.
Back is good.
Yeah. There's something that happens, and I don't know if it's just me, but there's something that happens when you go home on a vacation or a holiday and you get real lazy. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I get really lazy. Like, I'll lay out, pretty much do absolutely nothing. I'll do the bare minimum. Like, I'll take a shower if I have to.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shave if I really have to.
Right.
But for the most part, it's like laying around doing nothing.
It's just boring.
I try not to do that, but yeah, I'm only human. Yeah, I had some joyous family get together time, and some that was not so joyous. And yeah, but getting back to work, good thing. Good thing.
One of the things that I did a lot this weekend, which probably is going to be of no surprise to anybody, but I watched a whole lot of TV.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, a lot of TV.
Like TV or internet TV?
Well, I watch TV on the internet.
Whatever TV it is, it's free.
It is free.
Televised programming.
Yeah, Netflix.
Wait,
I watch a lot of Netflix.
Is this the Damon ain't trying to pay segment of the program, or is that later?
Oh, yeah, I got my Netflix back, by the way, too.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I was watching Wolverine and the X-Men series. 26 episodes.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm on 5.
That's a great series.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for season 2 to come out.
Yeah.
Glad you could join us.
I'm glad that you joined us back in the world of Netflix.
I was about to let it go, but then
you realized.
Then my iPhone got cooler because I downloaded the app, and then
because you realized
things got better after that.
So your iPhone indeed does do that.
Yeah, it does that.
Because you realized.
That's one thing on the list.
So are you iPhone hating now?
Yeah, I've been iPhone hating.
I know, but
I've been hating since I got it.
I know, but
I had to give Verizon $5 a month for a navigator.
Yeah, I do.
Which we get for free.
Yes. I know. That is.
I had it.
Which goes to my point. If you hating on the iGadget so much,
do you still have it?
Why?
I mean, unless somebody's donating the phone.
You know that
if you want to.
I don't know, but I was checking.
MichaelRender@gmail.com.
I did tell you that another phone is coming to Verizon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I mean,
is it coming out for free? Because
I don't know if it's free.
I'm adopting your way of life.
Ain't trying to pay. I understand that.
Trying to pay.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
He
ain't trying to pay.
Not a penny. He ain't
Trying to pay.
Not a dime.
Right. So I mean,
cut no checks.
I understand all that. I understand all that. So, you know, but I was just looking on with a lot of Black Friday commercials, and it's not necessarily racist, by the way. It is when the merchants go into the red, as they have been for their yearly profit margins. At the end of the year, when the Christmas rush comes in, they go into the black. Anyway, there are lots of free phones to be given away with.
Some of those phones ain't worth the free. Like there's free, and then there's like ain't worth for free, and some of those phones ain't worth the free.
Like I hear all these HTC phones that come out that I never.
Like you never heard of before. Like what is this?
No advertisements whatsoever.
It's a new Android phone, and it comes from HTC.
Zero. Meaning.
Don't pay for it.
Yeah.
Don't even take it for free.
And it has nothing on it, like zero.
Leave it alone.
Apps. That's powered by Android. That's like the buzzword too now. Like if it ain't the iPhone, it's powered by Android.
It's because Android is a fine phone operating system.
What about the Windows phones?
Powered by.
Talk about Microsoft.
Talk about ain't worth the free.
Oh yeah, so y'all remember that laptop I bought or my dad bought?
Uh-huh.
Man, that thing.
So in case you guys didn't know, Mike's dad bought a,
and I hope he's listening too, because he wanted us to talk about this.
Mike's
bought
dad,
a what?
Mr. Render, turn your web radio up.
He bought the Sylvia notebook, and it's being sold by CVS. Well, for the Black Friday price.
The first thing is the problem. The first problem is CVS.
Right.
Because typically I don't, and correct me if I'm wrong. I have never bought an electronic device from CVS.
Okay. In the same way that I would not go and get my prescriptions filled at CompUSA, yes.
True.
I'm just not going to do that.
While you're leaving the store, we got this great
but
antibiotic.
It's funny though. He had to go to 4 different ones to get one. They were all sold out except the one in
See, half the problem is, and I don't know this, I have never touched the device yet, right?
You wouldn't.
But half the issue that I found is that typically you get what you pay for.
Right.
If you pay,
so wait,
how much did it cost?
This coming from the I ain't trying to pay guy.
$59.99.
I'm just
that right there.
That was a special price
but understand what you're paying for though, right? Like I can understand if it was like, hey, I got a friend who's gonna give you an iPad 2 for free. It's different than saying I'm gonna go out and buy a $59.99 MacBook Pro from somebody that you don't know. I mean,
who will also give you drugs?
Which, you turn it on, it don't work.
Sounds like a bad deal all the way around.
Hey man, the first one's for free.
Yeah, we get you hooked.
That just sounds like a bad deal.
Like I got to turn it on first, make sure it works.
It wasn't that bad. It was running. Okay,
what,
I'm gonna give
trust me?
I'm gonna give you the specs for this thing. I had a 2 gig hard drive on it.
Huh? 2 gigs.
2 gigs.
2 gigs of what? My
2 gigs.
My mobile device got more gigs than that.
2 gigs of
Well, apparently it is a netbook, so it is designed to be a mobile device to interact with the cloud.
Right.
16.
Well,
like my phone isn't.
Yes.
My phone got 16 gigs out of the box.
No, it's all right. So it's a 2 gig. It's not really a hard drive. It's like a data stick that's like inside of it.
Dude, you could upgrade that stick.
Yeah, you could, but I'll be afraid to crack that thing open. You might not get.
See, that's the problem. And how fast was the RAM?
Ooh,
like a gig, or was it 512? I think it was like 512. Wasn't it like it was something really small?
It was 128.
I mean, it could get.
See that right there was. See how quiet he said that. He said, "I said, what is the RAM?" I said, "Is it a gig?" He shook his head. Just is it 512? He goes, "No." He started shaking his head even more. He says, "No, it's 128."
Yeah. Ooh, 128, dude.
I asked the question.
In order to check my email, I would be better. I would be better off putting a stamp on my email.
You better off getting that BlackBerry.
So this is what I think happened with the Sylvia notebook, and it's funny. Like when you call for support, they discontinued the support too.
No way.
So my question is, what year did this thing come out?
I don't know.
Like, how are they selling it now?
I don't know, but they were sold out. So
why didn't your dad come talk to you before he bought it?
He was trying to get us to talk about it on the show.
But why didn't he do it?
Well, we're talking about it on the show.
He was gonna. My dad's like, if he sees deals, he'll go out and see if they do.
No, where's my rolled up newspaper? No.
But It's not as bad as it sounds.
It sounds pretty bad right now. I'm just telling you.
The only issues it had, I was having trouble trying to get it to connect to Wi-Fi, but when I brought it to my dad's house, we got it to work.
Okay, that's good.
Took forever, didn't it?
Yeah, it took a while, but it got it to work. The only thing is that it's just real slow.
Exactly. 128. It's on this dude.
And the browser is the equivalent.
W.
The browser is the equivalent to IE6.
You better off just better off hitting enter, coming back 2 hours later to go to Google's front page.
And so you can't install any applications to it because it's the operating system is based off of Windows Mobile, like their first version of Windows Mobile.
Crickets.
That's horrible.
Where's my cricket sound when I?
But if you need to check your email
for $59.99, you can get a
type
phone.
and reply.
He better off getting a phone.
Yeah, I told him.
Mr. Render, sir.
I told him.
Please keep your receipt.
He
Take
did.
that joker back.
He's taking it back.
Take it back.
He's taking it back.
Take it back.
Especially after he found out about the support, he's like real. He'll call support like that. So that's
see
gone.
what we should be doing. Maybe this is the better question. Maybe what we should be doing is we should say, what kind of machine should I get? Maybe that's what we should do.
Yes, and
like
what
kind of machine should I have gotten?
Before the horse
Kindle
left the barn.
$199. What is the iPad going for now? This is the basic.
It's $4.99.
The basic?
Mm-hmm.
The basic?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No. Not for no basic 8 gig. No.
Yeah.
No. I turned. No.
Do a Google search right now.
I refuse.
Go to
There's no way it's $4.99 for no 8 gig. No.
iPad 2. $4.99.
You must be out your mind.
Tim, go to apple.com. It's gonna be on the front page.
No, I refuse. Tim, I need you to say something here.
Tim does not have an 8 gig iPad.
I need to find out what the basic is.
I'm trying to tell you.
$500 for that? There is no way.
What does it say?
16 is the minimum. I'm sorry.
$4.99.
That's ridiculous.
So you know it's gonna be $4.99.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, if they did make an 8 gig, how much should that cost?
$200.
$200 for iPad 2? Where?
$200. 2 bills.
American USD. That's it. Done.
I guess so because my iPhone 4 was $100 and it's 8 gig.
Yeah.
So bigger screen, $100 more.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But you don't even have to sell
But Apple's not going to do that.
The iPad 2.
They're not going to do that.
You can just sell the iPad. Period.
And the crazy thing, the iPad 1's probably worth that, and they just don't even sell it no more.
I can't believe anybody would buy that for that. $500, really?
Yeah.
That's very, very popular.
That's expensive. No wonder I haven't bought one of those.
Yeah,
and then the kids
it's not free.
talking about, hey, Dad, can I play on it? No.
It's
$500. Are you crazy?
Yeah, man.
Be out your mind.
You should pay me just for asking that question.
The Fire,
you playing my Xbox 360.
The Fire is a good deal. The Nook looks like it's a good deal. Haven't seen it work, but what is that like? What 70? No, 100, 200. The Nook's 200.
Yeah.
So just get one of them.
Yeah.
Get on the net. Check Facebook.
And it's fast.
And it's funny, man. The
get all the movies.
Sylvia notebook just shows the YouTube logo, Facebook logo, and then the email symbol. That's like all it's really.
What else?
What else do you need?
What else do you need?
Yeah.
No.
You can just show it off to your friend. Look, you watch YouTube.
Well, wait for it to load.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Uh-oh.
The
gray bar just came out a little bit.
Look. At this point, as I think we all know, you're still better off than BlackBerry.
True.
Yeah. Well, there's a resurgence.
There's
a resurgence of people going back to BlackBerry.
Who that?
There's been some activity over there.
Yeah, man, I heard.
Just want you to keep don't sleep on RIM just yet, because it looks like they're doing some movement.
Sleeping. This is me sleeping on RIM.
Yeah.
Wake up.
So let me get back to what I was watching this weekend. So just so you guys have
bad.
I just want to share it with you, right? So just so you guys know what I was watching this weekend. So I caught up on. Well, first of all, let me tell you what I was watching yesterday. I was watching Fringe. I finally got back to Fringe.
Hold on. How you go back to Fringe?
Huh? What do you say?
We need to listen to the show, like the first 5 episodes where we're talking about Fringe.
No, I like Fringe, right?
What? Hold on,
but then it went away because I didn't catch the next. I went through the first 2 seasons. I watched it pretty much religiously. Then I missed a few episodes in the season 3. And then I was like, that's it. I'm not watching it anymore.
Okay.
So I have been catching up starting yesterday, catching up on season 3. I caught up on all my other shows, right?
Right.
Walking Dead, Dexter, the other one, American Horror Story. I caught up on that.
Right.
I got all the way up to the latest version of When the Denny's Wall, Sons of Anarchy. Right, I caught up. Like I went through an entire season.
I need to get up on Sons of Anarchy.
That's an awesome show.
Man, it seemed like so much stuff went on.
It did. It's like we were sitting here the whole time. Dude, you gotta go. You gotta catch these shows. Great shows. Sons of Anarchy. You gotta catch up on it. It is an awesome.
I'm just not getting
awesome
caught up
show.
on Boardwalk Empire.
That's another one I gotta watch.
While we're making recommendation, I got caught up on Boardwalk Empire. Highly recommended.
Okay.
The new season, even though a lot of people are dissing on Boardwalk Empire because the main character, the Steve Buscemi character, Nucky, is out of focus. But there's a lot of really cool stuff going on plot wise in spite of that.
Well, maybe I'll catch that one next. I'll finish up getting it through Fringe. Let me get up to the Fringe.
Right.
But then there's Game of Thrones, which I heard was pretty good. I haven't
Game of Thrones is one of my faves. I love that. So I love that first season. It is not usually my type of program, but with the dragons and the medieval stuff. But this one's very strong.
Amazing Race.
I saw Amazing Race. I don't know why I ended up there because I was. I remember.
It's good. It's funny.
I remember I was pouting over my football team.
Oh yeah, and sports don't even.
Yeah,
gosh. Can we just wait till tomorrow? Can we put this off?
So before you go to that, wait till tomorrow because there's some butt kickings in order tonight. Let's leave it at that.
By whom? And never mind. Let's just leave it.
Yeah, let's wait. Let's have that discussion about our fantasy football teams tomorrow.
Because you
still got to get through Monday.
Yeah,
and anything could happen.
Oh yeah, the NBA is coming back Christmas Day.
Okay. Yes,
I'm just saying.
Cool.
There's some good games that day too.
We missed you guys.
Yeah. Well, let me say what's up to Aaron K. White, who is now in the room. We also have Eileen Smith is in here talking a bunch of stuff with Tracy G. Moore. Tim Arthur's in the house.
Hey, friends.
We also got some other guests in here. And just wanted to point out the best show ever, according to Aaron K. White, is Dancing with the Stars.
What's that?
Boo.
Boo. That is him asking for the rolled up newspaper.
He really is. He did it on purpose because he knows that's not even a comparison, especially since he was talking about Sons of Anarchy.
Oh man.
So
The Wire.
That's what happens.
If you haven't gotten to The Wire, get to it and don't talk to me until you do.
Okay. So there it is. That's the shows
that
we have caught up on this weekend.
Burn Notice.
Burn Notice is kind of cool.
Go check on it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's change gears and let's take care of some business.
Loving hip hop.
And the first thing we'll do is let's take a look at Daily Booth.
Daily Booth.
And Daily Booth sounds like this.
What it look like? What are you wearing?
Daily Booth is where we go to take pictures. It's a free website. Go there right now. It's www.dailybooth.com. You can take a picture with your webcam, with your cell phone, or you can just upload a picture, whatever is easiest for you. And since you guys have plenty of pictures from this weekend, why don't you share it with us?
Remix.
What we'll do is once you take that picture, share it with us in the chat room so we can click on it and see what you guys are up to. And let me see here who has beaten me to the punch. Let's go over here right now. Daily Booth. Let's see what pictures you guys are taking today. Eileen Smith has taken a picture. Let's see here. It says, my latest clout perk, $25 gift card from American Express to spend on Small Business Saturday. Very awesome.
Small Business Saturday.
But wasn't that last Saturday?
No, it was this Saturday.
Oh, the one that's coming up? Yeah, the one that just passed, right? So you got like Black Friday, Small Business Saturday,
and Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday's today,
which is today. Yeah. Right. So, yeah. So let me see what else you got.
Spend your money.
Matt Bernier, who is not here, posts a picture. It's how's your Mo? Mine's doing fine. He's growing. And by the way, Mike Render's Mo has grown into a full facial beard.
He's cheating.
Again.
I'm not cheating. I'm prepping.
Again.
This is prep work.
How do you prep? You gotta like grow it out. Like
it's prep and prim.
You can't grow all that.
Proper.
He has a full beard.
Placement.
Let me see. Tim Arthur. Tim Arthur has a full. I don't even know what that is. I don't know, but this is like the wildest I've ever seen him before.
Really?
Look at that beard. Look at that. It's like really furry.
We like.
I mean, that goatee. I mean, whatever that thing is.
The go beard.
Dude.
The goat beard.
I always thought about doing one of those kind of beards and mustaches.
The geared or the bow tee.
Like, because I think it makes you look like real rough. You know, like, roar.
Yeah, man.
Like
I don't
The
have
Rock.
Connectivity.
He has that little, right? That little right here.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes him look meaner.
Yeah, does anybody else watch it? Well, never mind.
No, I'm sorry I didn't watch that.
Gosh, man, I gotta watch wrestling.
I'm so sorry.
It's funny, man. It's funny.
Sorry.
One-liners.
All right. So anyway, post your pictures as you get them, and we will take a look at those. Let me change gears and take a look at what you guys are writing. Let us see here. It sounds like this. Because I had to find it first in my list of things to do. This is called Blog Roll.
You know you can make a playlist. Right?
Roll in
with the pulses.
You can make a 3026 live playlist.
Blog Roll is when we take a look at what you guys are writing, putting out there into the blogosphere.
Sure.
Guest poke.
This one comes from our girl. You know who she is.
Who?
Oh, she knows who she is. Hey, girl. From her blog, Basic Blog Tips. It's one entitled Difference Between Hits, pause, Page Impressions, and Unique Visits. It's written by Saeed, and this is his second blog post on her page. Well, let me share this URL with you so you guys can check it out. It is over there, basicblogtips.com. You should see it on the front page of her website. If you go there today, make sure you stop over there, read it, and let her know that you are a Room 3026 Live listener and that you support the show. And you definitely want to support her as well. But basically what it does is it defines, if you will, gives you the definition between the three: hits, page impressions, and unique visitors.
Page impressions sounds new.
That may not be, some people may use those things interchangeably, whereas what this is say, hey, look, there is a difference between the three. So if you look at your analytics, you can see what the difference is. Hits, page impressions, and unique visits. So take a look at that. Thank you, Miss Eileen. All right. It looks like we have another picture here. Let me take a look at Bob H's picture.
Bob.
That's not gray hair. It's white highlights.
There we go.
Duh.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's distinction.
You know what he looks like right here, though? What's my man's name? Bob Denver. Is that his name?
Gilligan?
No, Bob Denver.
Oh,
the singer?
No.
Denver.
Bob Denver.
Bob Denver, right?
Bob Denver played Gilligan.
What's the dude's name that was the singer? He was
John Denver.
John Denver. Tell me that doesn't look like John Denver.
Yeah.
Like if you put a guitar in his hand right now.
Guitar and well, John Denver was kind of scrawny. Maybe a guitar and a couple of pizzas.
He's flexing right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's kind of like he's bent over. So
fair enough.
I don't know how.
So Aaron K. White's gonna put the guitar in there,
but he does kind of. But he does kind of look like John Denver.
And then take out the background and make it look like a concert scene.
Bob, did you hear that a lot? Is that something you hear a lot when you take a look at pictures? John Denver.
I don't even know who that is.
If I had a song, I'd sing it.
Of course you don't.
Like, who is
These
John,
young generations don't even know.
Denver?
Oh, let's just leave John Denver where he is, wherever he is. Let's not right now.
Okay, so let us move on then to our next segment,
afraid.
And we call this segment here called Feed Watch.
Let's get to the news quick.
Oh, yeah.
Feed Watch.
Where we constantly comb the blogs so that you don't have to. We give you the news that you can use because that's what we do. So you best not snooze. You will not lose. Unless, of course, you like singing the blues. This is your Feed Watch for Monday. I forgot what day it was. I was having flashbacks. Monday, November 28, 2011. Black Friday spending does not disappoint. Comes from Website Magazine. Online research firm Comscore has reported that U.S. retail e-commerce spending for the first 25 days of the November-December 2011 holiday season has reached $12.7 billion, that's with a B, so far, making a 15% increase versus the corresponding days last year.
There you go.
Black Friday saw $816 million in online sales, making it the heaviest online spending day to date in 2011 and representing a 26% increase versus Black Friday 2010. Thanksgiving Day, while traditionally a lighter day for online holiday spending, achieved a strong 18% increase to $479 million. Regis Philbin hopes to return to TV with Primetime Talent Show. This comes from TheWrap.com. Regis Philbin was apparently serious about being tired of getting up so early in the morning. He says his next big gig will be in prime time. The former daytime talk show host, who made his final appearance as co-host of Live with Regis and Kelly on November 18th, is hatching an idea for a show that sounds like a family twist on America's Got Talent. We're contemplating a show that is sort of a talent show, but it involves the whole family. Philbin, the original host of America's Got Talent, told the New York Post. The show would be a family competition, which is something new in our business. It's going to be on prime time when it happens. FAMU drum major's family to sue comes from CNN.com. The family of Robert Champion, a Florida University drum major who died on November 20th, will hold a news conference Monday where they will announce their decision to file a lawsuit against the school. Champion, a 26-year-old drum major with Florida A&M University's marching band, became ill at an Orlando hotel following a game on November 20th. He reportedly threw up on the parking lot and started complaining of not being able to breathe, authorities said. Champion was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. In addition, FAMU moved to fire longtime band director Julian E. White. White had led the 420-meter band since 1998 and has hired an attorney to fight for his job. Connect 2, so accurate it can read lips? Coming from Gizmodo, since its launch in 2010, the Kinect has changed gaming and inspired a whole new genre of hacking. But Kinect 2 might blow it out of the water, if rumors are to be believed. According to Eurogamer, Microsoft plans to release a second-generation Kinect device that will offer improved motion sensing and even voice recognition. How much more accurate will it be exactly? Well, a source told Eurogamer that it should be able to read lips. If that is true, that is wild. The same source also claims that it can track the pitch and volume of player voices and facial characteristics to measure different emotional states. That's definitely sound plausible, though. We'll have to wait and see if Eurogamer's reports turn out to be correct. Wyclef Jean squandered Haitian relief funds. This comes from TheWrap.com. Less than a third of the $16 million gathered by 2010 hip-hop star Wyclef Jean for the earthquake relief in Haiti actually made it to the emergency efforts in the country, the New York Post reported Sunday. According to the exclusive report, Jean's charity, Yele Haiti, doled out millions in questionable contracts. In fact, $1 million was paid to a Florida firm that doesn't even exist. The Post also reported that a company called P&A Construction, which is run by Warnell Pierre, John's brother-in-law, received $353,000 from the group. Have we made mistakes before? Yes, said a tearful Jean, a former Haitian presidential candidate, holding a January 2010 press conference to defend its charity against the charge. Did I ever use Yele money for personal benefits? Absolutely not. Yele's books are open and transparent. Yele Haiti has not yet issued a statement to respond to the new charges. UNLV knocks off #1 North Carolina 90-80.
Really?
Comes from WRAL.com. UNLV have been playing under the radar after winning their first 6 games this season against non-ranked teams. Not anymore.
They've been rolling it up against the scrubs. They play a real team, and, well, clearly you can see.
I'm going to let him finish before I say what I need to say.
Chase Stanbeck had a career-high 28 points and added 10 rebounds to help UNLV beat top-ranked North Carolina 90-80 on Saturday in the championship game of the Las Vegas International. And finally, the Facebook phone built on Android might not support Android apps. This comes from Business Insider. One of the big revelations of All Things D reports Ina Fried and Liz Gaines' great series on the Facebook phone was that it will run on a forked version of Android. We have since confirmed this detail with a source close to the team building Facebook's mobile OS. This confirmation is not a big deal. What's actually interesting is that another source This one briefed on the details of Facebook's plans to launch a phone, told us that internally at Facebook, the phone's OS is hardly regarded as a version of Android at all. It is regarded and discussed as a homegrown mobile operating system, and it will be marketed as one too. That is the news that you can use right here on Room 3026 Live.
See, when Duke lose, it better be a news story. It better be Street Watch. That's all I'm saying.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
Just say.
Stop your hating.
Don't hate.
I'm just saying.
Hating is not good for you.
Duke lost first, so we ain't get no news story.
But they lost against somebody, and they ain't been rolling it up against the scrubs all season.
They barely beat Bell by 1 point.
What was that?
Exactly.
They beat?
They barely beat Bell Bottoms? What? What did you say?
Just saying. They already lost, so we ain't do no news story. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, let us move on to our discussion of the day. Let me say hi to Doc Talk, who is in the room right now.
What up, Doc?
And I want to give a big hi to Bob H. again, our local John Denver. It's a pleasure to have you on here. Also to our guests, welcome all. Let us take just a moment to invite you to go over here to our Facebook page and vote on the topics of discussion for today.
Or add one of your own.
Or add one of your own, absolutely. Whatever the one that gets the most votes is what we'll start with.
Hurry.
So let me share this one with you right here. Go on in there. If you're not yet a member, you can join. Just click on that and we'll let you in. And then you can vote on your favorite stories or add your own. All right, and while you guys do that, let's do a little bumper for our favorite show.
Join us this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, as we record the latest episode of the Tech Monks podcast, discussing topics such as technology, entertainment, and the startup culture. For details on joining us live, visit techmonkspodcast.com/live.
All right. Thank you, Tim Arthur, for that. Also, let me say that we are right now looking at, and it's never too late to go on here and vote, by the way. Just go on here and vote. I see Bob H. just posted one. You can post your story. You can post your topic of discussion, and that's what we'll talk about. Right now, the one that seems to be leading the vote right now seems to be how would our lives be without social media? How would our lives be without social
Didn't we do this one
media?
already?
No, I think it was technology.
Oh, okay.
Right? I think that was the question. How would our life be without technology? This one is different. How would our lives be without social media? I'm going to turn to Mike and Derek first. Then I'll be looking at your comments in the chat room. You can also give us a call right here at 646-929-2689. Again, at 646-929-2689. You can join us right here, and you can share your thoughts as well. Let me turn to Mike Render first, since he is looking squarely at the question. How would our life be different if we did not have social media?
Everybody would be texting.
You know, that's probably a good.
And Blackberries would run
the world.
Yeah,
they would still be running the world because of the
BBM. Yeah.
Now, so are you telling me that you don't text as much as you used to because of the social media?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
Unless you call using my phone to update my status as texting, then no. But you would, so yes. But yeah.
Derek, let me ask you the same question. How would your life be different?
How would you get your music out?
If you did not have, or if we did not have social media?
A lot of blank CDs.
I'm thinking about that. To answer Mike's specific thing, I would certainly have the website, the old paradigm of one's .com being the place where one would go to the point of distribution would be more important than it is now. You got to think that any institution, any business that's gonna really put a whole lot more importance on their conventional web presence. That's one way that my life would be different. I think I would certainly be spending much more time on my .com as opposed to just out there maintaining and building new relationships online.
So are we talking like a no MySpace, no Black Planet type thing?
I'm gonna assume based upon without social
like those
media,
things didn't exist.
Well, I guess there's a couple things, because one is saying social networks is one, but then you got social media, which is something else.
What's the difference between social networks and social media?
Maybe the social media part is how the company takes a role in this. It's like, how do you make money off of social media? So, for example, if you're talking about promoting yourself, maybe with, blogs, that's not really social though, is it? Social media. I guess you'd look at things like Facebook and Twitter as an example, as a ways to get your message out there. I don't know if there's a definition out. Let me see if I can.
That's a good question. I think how you define social media is going to be really, really important. Is YouTube
like a status to me is a media? Does the network is?
Does YouTube fall under social media when people teach social media classes how to better leverage it for your to promote and to optimize your business? YouTube is usually put in that bucket of stuff they call social media.
All right. Well, I'm going to pull.
How about BBM? BBM technically social media, because you have a group of people and they have all individuals have their own groups and they can intermingle. So technically,
let me
maybe
give
BBM is social media.
Let me give you what Wikipedia defines it as. Yeah. All right, Wikipedia says the term social media refers to the use of web-based and mobile technologies to turn communication into an interactive dialogue. Andreas Kaplan and Michael Henlein define social media as a group of internet-based applications that build on the ideological and technological foundations of Web 2.0. That's a mouthful. So if you're like, blah, this is making my brain go out through my ears. Social media are media for social interaction, a superset beyond social communication. Enabled by ubiquitously accessible and scalable communication techniques, social media substantially changed the way of communication between organizations, communities, as well as individuals. Let me see if there's any examples here. I mean, they do have obviously Facebook, Twitter is they're using that. What else do they have here? YouTube is another one.
So what's a network?
I'm gonna blogs. Let's see here. Application examples. Okay, here's some blogs, which goes down the line. Blogger, microblogging, Daily Booth, My Life, Foursquare. So pretty much all the stuff that we pretty much use today.
That's social media.
I guess is a form of social media.
But then a social network is,
I guess, one of those. I guess maybe that, like, as a whole, social media is all of them together. Like with the strategy of which you use all of them to get your message out and to engage with the people, whereas the network is probably just one of those.
Right. Okay, I got you.
Okay,
that makes sense.
Let me see what some of you guys are saying in the chat room. Let me see. I'm seeing a lot of comments here. What does Eileen says? What does Merriam and Webster say? If you're not already working in Web 8 dot whatever, you're behind the times. My next project, Web Squared, blah blah blah. Let's see here. What else do they say? They need to stop labeling it, as Tim Arthur says. Web to the web 2.0 misspell some words. That's over. They need to stop that. I need more gradients and rounded corners. That's Aaron K. White, the graphic designer.
You see, with the Web 2.0 cliche joke, I see what you're doing there.
It's called drag. Drop shadows, rounded corners, and gradients. Drag.
Very good.
Yeah.
Hey, little knowledge dropping.
Yeah. From graphic designer to graphic designer.
One graphic designer to another.
Drag.
So, okay. So if we look at the overall thing here, we're talking about the question is, how would our life be different if we did not have social media? It's kind of hard to say because, like, I was going to say earlier, well, then I guess we'd all just go back to, like
previous
forums and, other things like that. But I would almost say that forums is somewhat of a form of part of social media.
Scaled back version of what we're kind of doing.
Right. But we've been doing forums for years, long before we were doing what we're doing now with all these applications, Foursquare, and so on and so forth.
I mean, I think I agree with Derek. I think it'd just be a lot of heavy web page updates. Just like how it used to be like web rings. Would that be considered?
Oh, you brought back web rings.
That's a really good question.
Hey, man, that's how you knew what was hot back in the day.
That's a really good question. It goes to the point of what exactly is social media? Does web rings count? It's close, man. It is close to what social media does.
Yeah, I had to take y'all back. In the time.
Well done, sir.
So back in the 80s and 90s, because like you had BB, what do you call those things? Not BBMs, but this is back when they had the internet, right? When we had those modems that go ding.
Yeah, they were bulletin boards. They were
bulletin boards. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, BBs.
BBS is bulletin board services. They were straight text. They're very much like forums.
It was a guest book.
Yeah, this is before guest books. These are like forums before there was HTML code. You just tied your junk in and it has straight text.
Well, the other one
it's like a cell phone with 600 characters.
I'm going way back. You remember those telephones that you had a telephone service where you'd call this 1-800 number, and there's like this really cute chick on the screen, and she's like, "Hey, call me, call me now." And then there was like this number, and it was local. It wasn't some long distance number. It was a local number that you would call, and you could meet people from your community.
Yeah.
Right. So it was another way of kind of getting together without the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, I never called it. Okay, maybe I did call it once or twice.
Where you stay at?
I'm
right around the corner.
Really? What you look like?
5'2".
Yeah, then you get over there, you're like, what happened?
I'm 5'2", 5'4". Or 6'6", 5'4".
The 976 numbers. Bob H knows about those. Bob knows about CompuServe. Yes, Prodigy.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yep,
I remember CompuServe when I was in college. Before I got on to AOL, even though AOL was out when I was in high school.
Yeah.
In the 90s, late 80s and 90s. I had a girlfriend who had the AOL, and I used to go to her house just to get on and, talk to people, create an account and everything. And, and then I remember I got to college.
And
they got those little
location.
Oh, yeah. You know what that means.
Yeah, you got to find out who's up here.
Yeah, who's up here chatting. Chat was a big one. I remember, too, this is before the internet. Before social media, I would say there was the magazines that had pen pals in the back, and this is when you used to write letters, right? Where you tell me you've never done this.
I never
really. You never had a pen pal?
No.
I remember it was like Black Beat or something, like one of my music magazines. Right? I was like, oh man,
right on.
Yeah. I used to say I want to get a pen pal, so I put my name in there, and like for like a year and a half after that one article, one time, I got letters for like a year and a half. People saying, "Hey, I saw your thing in Black Beat or whatever, and I want to be your pen pal." And so after the first couple, I just started saying, "Well, who had the best penmanship?" Because that's who I was going to pick.
So the ones you can read.
Like, because some of them look really, really bad.
Like coffee stains on
the
paper.
My younger sister wrote it. Like it was really bad. And then there would be some that put like little circles of circles and flowers, and some of them we didn't put perfume on them. But I'd say, man, the ones that looked the best, the one that had the best penmanship, were the ones who I'd go with.
So you Ray Charles them.
After a while, they had so many letters. I was no way I was going to return all those things. There was no way. Aaron White says from the chat room, the prison inmates like to write Damon.
Ouch. Ouch.
I like his penmanship too.
Yeah.
Y'all are scaring me. Y'all need to stop it.
So that's probably what we would return back to then, right?
Writing letters not as expensive. I think we just do what we was doing on the internet, just longer. Guest books.
Guest books.
I was
I used to that, man.
I'm just dropping by to
say what's up.
You would make them like crazy flash things and pictures be blinking and
yeah. But see that's when the website mattered though, because that was the only way you could get up with each other.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know if you call that social network or social media.
I don't know if it does anymore, because it's like how I think up until Google, right? Because I think at the time we had Netscape, which was a browser, but I think they even had a search engine.
Yeah, there was 100 searches. Alta Vista,
right? Alta Vista. So there was like you were always trying to find places to go to get that information.
Oh, yeah. Alta Vista.
Yes.
What's the one with that dog? What was the one with that dog?
Dogpile.
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 Angel Fire.
But you know what though? The thing that I will say this is that without social media, I think people would become a little bit more patient, right? Where you don't expect
you could say the same for microwave ovens, but I digress.
Yeah, I think we would definitely be more patient, and we may not expect so much work out of each person. Like,
but
you know,
when I
call you, you need to answer the phone. I think Leon actually made a good comment this past weekend. He said something to the effect of, you know, gone are the days when you could take a couple of days to return a telephone call, or you might expect a letter a week from now, you know, because it's going to take about a week to get to your house, depending upon where it is, for then someone to write down and write a letter and then get it back to you. And that's how we used to communicate. You know, telephone calls too, but as Leon said, and this is probably before my time, they didn't have of answering machine.
Mm-hmm.
Although we did. We had those little tape answering machines. You try to find out, like, go to the front and wear some tapes out.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, at some point, you know, some families didn't have an answering machine, so you had to keep calling, and you're lucky. And this is, I think, even before we even had the caller ID where you could just ignore people.
Think about call waiting if somebody was already on the phone.
Oh yeah. Let me click over right quick.
It is busy.
Hello.
Remember, everybody used to do three-way at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Like 10 people.
Wait, get them on the phone. Hey, you call Mike. Mike, you call Derek. Derek, you call Leon.
Leon,
you call.
is technically speaking your first social network.
Well, there you go.
And then whoever's the first person to start it, you could barely hear him. Hey, David. He on here, but I can't hear him.
So Aaron K. White continues on. He says he's writing the letter. He says, hopefully we'll be able to meet in person. Oh, wait, hold on. He goes, Dear Damon, this is the letter. Yo, Damon, it's been wonderful writing back and forth over this 3 to 5 year stretch. Hopefully we'll be able to meet in person real soon. Hold on. My parole hearing is scheduled for the end of the week. And soon we'll be... Hold on, man.
Y'all need to stop.
Hold on, man.
Oh, please stop.
Wrong.
You're hurting me
This
now.
is wrong. Hold on. Soon
Hold up.
We'll be together in our social circle of love. Of love.
No. Please.
What type of letters was you writing?
Please.
Sincerely signed, Curly.
Please stop.
P.S.
Not P.S.
Thanks for the photos. It really helped me get through the rough times. Curly. Ouch. Ouch. That is too funny.
Never ever do that again.
Yeah,
Man. Yeah, those days are over.
Stop that, man.
But see, nowadays you get people who put a picture of a girl and then there's really a dude on the other side. See, that's what they get you.
My name is Tony.
Man, they got me on Facebook the other day. This cute girl, you know, she was like, hey.
So you got.
Yeah, no, well, you know, I accepted it. I accepted it, right? Same thing happens on Twitter. They use a really nice looking picture of someone on the other line, looks helpless, looks attractive, whatever.
Helpless.
You click on it, and then you realize
Damon's victims.
Hold on a second. Why is this dude over here? You start looking through their pictures, and there's like this dude. And, hey, I'm Curly.
I got Twitter now. David, it's been a bit.
We're going to meet up in our social circle. Too funny, man.
I sent you a DM. Why'd you reply to my DMs?
Too funny. So, I don't know. I don't know if that answers the question seriously or not, but what would our life be like without social media? You know, going back, I don't even think we'd be able to go back at this point.
You don't think so?
No,
like
I think
Facebook
there's
just like
too
went
much
away?
money to be made in advertising and getting our friends to share, the things that they're doing or buying or using.
It'll take longer for stuff to go out, but
TV would probably be TV and radio would be more valuable again.
Now TV's up there still.
Well, I don't know if it is as much. I mean,
and people considering wait for the Super Bowl.
No, I think okay, once or twice a year.
Yeah.
I don't tend to watch television live anymore. I tend to watch it on archive.
On your own time.
Right. Where I can sit 40 minutes and see an entire episode versus waiting an hour to see the same episode.
True.
You're spending 20 more minutes to watch the same content. Not to mention, if you can wait for the entire series to come out, then I can bypass
all of it.
Waiting, 22 weeks, 24 weeks to see the entire series. I can just see it, in a weekend. So you get more control over your time. You get more control over, you get more control over stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I think at this point where we are, getting rid of social media the way it is today, I think is going to be tough. Now to bring in something SOPA.
What's that? SOPA,
right? It's the Stop Online Piracy Act, the one we were talking about, right?
It is basically an industry-sponsored legislation to try to leverage the internet for more and better advertising under the guise of intellectual property protection.
Really?
Well, there you go. But it could potentially
that's one man's opinion.
It could put this at risk. Potentially, if you're using social media, it could because you can't.
One man's opinion.
Because you can't share
trying
links
to stop piracy.
Stuff. Right. People like watching movies online.
No.
Right. It's copyrighted information that should not be free unless it's going through the appropriate parties.
I don't think you'll be able to stop stuff like that.
Well, we'll find out if this legislation even goes through.
You can't kill the hookup. Somebody's gonna get you straight.
Well, yeah, there's always a way around it.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get you right.
All right, well, let's move on to the other topic. This one looks like it was sent in by our very own Bob H. The question is Kindle, Nook, or iPad? My guess, my question is going to be which one is for you? Which one would you prefer? The Kindle, the Nook, or the iPad?
I haven't seen the Nook yet, so I don't know. But from what I've seen and heard,
saw Nook last night. That's it's nice. It's interesting. It's like the cheap Android earlier 2.2 version Android tablets that you and me mess around with, Damon. It's like really good versions of those, except for the operating system is newer, and they are very much like the Kindle, kind of cloud dependent, but it has a place to slip in a memory card. I didn't get a chance to mess with it, but a little bit. But yeah, they're cool. I think for me, I'm gonna go with the iGadgets because it does some stuff that no one and nothing else does, particularly in terms of mobile music production.
I guess that's the question of what is it that you would want to do, and then what is a requirement of what you want to do?
Exactly. It's all about like I say over and over again. You pay for the features you want.
Right.
Right now, both the Kindle and the Nook don't really do anything beyond what my phone will do beyond a bigger screen, and I'm really cool with that. But the bigger screen really counts for me. I may very well buy one of those guys and just not worry and save myself a couple of $100. But I think once I move beyond the hack pad the hack tablet that I've got, I may shell out the extra $200 and be able to be a little more proficient with my music production stuff on the road.
Yeah, the Pan Digital, they get the new version. I saw on HTC over the weekend. It has an HDMI output. Yeah,
really?
Yeah. Dude. And see, that's like the new thing I'm hooked on now. It's like the HDMI output. Like which one
is hot? That's the hotness.
Yeah. So I don't know
the idea that I could use that same tool and just stick it to a television. Man, I'm in.
And basically, whatever your Pan Digital is displaying will show up on your screen.
Right now, my Pan Digital hack pad will run maybe the first 3 levels of Angry Birds and die.
I would go with
the perils of being a first adopter.
It's cheaper. And you're doing everything, I mean, besides the apps that you can get for the iPad, I mean, you're doing everything that you need to do with all 3 for the cheapest price. So, and you can upgrade the memory with the SD card or with the cards and 32 gigs and all that. Now, you can't do that with the iPad. You're going to have to shell out the money for that, but I say the Nook. And it's in color. You can get your email, social media, and internet. That's the 3 things you need.
Well, from the chat room, it looks like there's a slew of various responses. Some are saying get the iPad. Some are saying you can get the Toshiba, which is an Android tablet-like.
I've seen that.
There's some, what else is up here?
Street
it looks like
cred,
the Nook,
the iPad.
and then this is kind of a random number of different responses. Again, it just depends on, A, what you can afford, I think, what is in your budget, what is it that you want it to do. You know, are taking pictures a part of what you want this thing to do? Do you want Bluetooth devices to go along with this? You know, are you just reading books, or is, you know, searching the internet, browsing Facebook and Twitter, is that important to you? You know, I think those are some of the questions that you would ask. Now, for me, and I say this because I know me, that if I had a choice between the 3, I would probably end up going with the iPad, only because I don't want to be limited to a great extent what I can do on my tab. If I had a choice, because I don't see myself reading the books like that as the biggest time spender on that device. You know, if that was the case, if it was just a big e-reader, then I would be better off, you know, just buying a book.
But it's more than an e-reader.
Well, for the most part, though, if you look at what some of the cheaper models are doing, it's essentially just an e-reader. You know, it's you getting a book, downloading a book from these stores, and then being able to somewhat interact with some of the material via Wikipedia or what have you. Now, the Kindle Fire is definitely more open, and I think they dropped it down to $199, I think, recently. So that's definitely a
I
plus.
forgot about the Amazon Premium or Premier.
the $79 a year. You get all the movies from Amazon, and
see, that's
2-day
better than
shipping.
The $8 or $10, whatever it is, if you get an iPad and you have to jump on Netflix.
Right.
Because I don't even think you can get the Amazon Premiere with the iPad. I wouldn't do it if I was Amazon.
No.
But, yeah, I mean, as far as function, I mean, the iPad does the most. You get all the features. You get FaceTime, all of that. Instagram. Yeah. And then the HDMI output you can get. And, over the iPhone or the devices, some of the stuff doesn't output in HDMI. Again, something else it doesn't do. But your Droid tablets do on-screen display.
If you know, and that would be the other thing, though. If you were to ask me between the iPad and the Android, competitor, the Galaxy Tab, for example, that would be a harder decision for me, because I think, knowing me the way I do, I'll probably end up going with the Galaxy tablet over the iPad in that regard. But since you put it in those 3 questions, then I guess I would pick that one. And I guess in this particular, because I would pay more for the ability to do more. Right. I don't want to be limited that much. And I think iPad would limit, if I would compare iPad to the Galaxy
90 seconds.
The Galaxy Tab, then I would probably go with that because it's more open.
Right.
Anyway, all right, well, that's going to do it for us, this episode of Room 3026 Live. Let me thank all of you for hanging out with us today. We really do appreciate it. Let me say thank you to Aaron K. White, Alan Tram, Bob H., Doc Talk, you snuck in on me, girl, Dyslexic in America, all of our guests who are here with us today, Eileen Smith, talking a bunch of stuff with Tracy G. Moore, Tim Arthur, and all of you listening live in an archive.
Such a nice guy.
Thank you so much for what you do. We really do appreciate it. Don't forget, we are here every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on blogtalkradio.com. You can also follow us. You can download this episode and all episodes from the same address. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And if you haven't done so, hit the follow button. That way you can stay connected with us. And I think we're going to try posting this also to YouTube to get a high-quality playback.
Very shortly.
Take a look at that. Anyway, it's going to do it for us. Have a wonderful Monday. We'll check you guys out tomorrow. Until then, Mike Render.
Deuces and go heels.
Get back to work.
Ten seconds